Hello, everybody, and welcome to Auroboros, Coils of the Serpent. So we are Detect Nerd, and we roll dice, and I'm your pilot for this evening. I already said that today, but I'm gonna do it again, because that's me, driving this old train, because that's what pilots do. Works out really well. Great. So let's talk about last time. It's been a minute since we played. So let's chit-chat about it, shall we? I would love to. Thank you for asking. Okay. We left quite a cliffhanger last time. As you made your way up the obelisk, you noticed magic is a common practice in this tiny city. Sierra is reminded about a story about Mother Blythe and the 4 major sections of the rainforest before it was the Tanarok Desert. Zakoa, the little lizard guy, got really cute spectacles and big orange eyes, brings you up to meet the Council of Blythe, consisting of 4 lizards and 1 mouse. Gary doesn't like mice or anything furry. It's true. You're welcome to Tala, which is what they call this tiny city, by Lucas, the mouse, the beloved Lucas mouse. He explains this about the Circle of Mothers and how they kept Tala safe. He takes you to meet the last mother after learning about the other 3 mothers died mysteriously. We're not sure how that happened yet. But the last mother... Yes, go ahead.
Didn't they, disappear?
That, as far as you know. Yeah, that's what they think.
Just kind of faded away.
Yeah. So you meet the last mother, who's sickly and seems to be on her way out. That's a weird way to say it. Who explains that the crystal is fading and its power is affecting the city's citizens. She explains that she can undergo a transformation to move her powers from her physical body into the crystal to help prolong the inevitable end of the magic of the city. Lucas also explains if there's a way to get a source of arcane power, they could use it to increase the chances of the crystal staying active longer, on top of Mother Mahali's ancient magic abilities. Arcanum's Academy has a lot of magical items, so you decide to attempt a heist. You meet with the Chancellor, who introduces you to a guard named Chester in the basement vaults. Chester is instructed to give you a tour and kind of talk about the security situation, about the doors of the vaults and everything. And you do notice there is also a sewer grate that is located in front of the main vault. So we remember that it's 1 hallway forward and then two others that go left and right.
And Chester is usually stationed in the crossway, but he's in charge of the center.
Yes, he's usually stationed at the bottom of the staircase,
right,
so he can visually see.
And were there 2 other guards at the other arms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the Chancellor leaves you with the security guard, Chester, and you find out how to get into the vault and what's kind of in the vaults, sort of. You kind of get an idea of what's in the vaults. You discover that there is a sewer system underneath the basement vaults, and I already talked about the sewer grate being in front of the main vault. And then you leave, sort of, and Gary disguises himself as the Chancellor Invictus. You accompany him, all 3 of you accompany him back down to the vaults. Gary, as the Chancellor, goes to open the vault with Zakoa's help. Zakoa casts Knock, which is a very loud spell, as we all know. It causes a very loud noise that reaches up to 300 feet, all around, just quite loud. The security guard kind of gets suspicious once he hears the real Chancellor's voice coming down the steps. Sierra grapples, so this is how it worked. Sierra grappled Chester, the security guard. And at that point, Gary decides to take away his disguised self and say, haha, you passed our test, good job. But with a really insane roll, Chester does not believe Gary, and so Rabble attempts to hit him over the head with a rock and misses. Merritt, with Lucas in his scarf, is right by the open vault door. Zakoa, the tiny lizard, is somewhere in the middle of all of this, and the open marbled hall of this staircase is echoing with the Chancellor's steps. And we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Where is where's the sewer grate in relation to where everybody is in the door and stuff?
I feel like you are all right in front of the door, right?
So
You're all kind of clustered in front of it, and the sewer grate's right underneath you.
We're on top of the sewer grate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what does it look like?
The sewer grate, I mean, when you think about, it's probably, I'm gonna say it's probably 3 foot by 3 foot,
Okay.
right? Does that sound like a
Sure.
sewer grate?
Does it have slots?
Yes, it does.
How big are the slots?
I feel like that's an investigation
Okay.
check or something for
Okay.
you. But it's not an abnormal one. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, like, say a small little creature might be able to slip through.
Might.
So, yeah, let's get initiatives. I also need to roll initiative.
The door is open.
Yeah.
One
Yeah, because the
more.
knock spell opened it up.
You did just roll that.
Did anybody get over a 20? Okay, how about a, what is it, 15 and...
I had an 18.
Okay.
16.
And...
Out of 10? Oh.
Oh my goodness! Oh no!
You rolled a 1.
What did you have?
10.
Oh
Okie dokie! So,
I got a 5 on initiative.
Okay. I got you
I
last.
rolled a 1.
Oh boy.
Not on the tiny dice.
No, yeah, I rolled a nat 20 on the tiny dice.
Me too.
Oh my gosh. These tiny dice are weighted.
That's why we use them.
Yeah.
That's why I made it. That's why I bought them.
Okay, I have all my character sheets up now. So first in initiative, so we've got, you're all kind of above the sewer grate. Right now, Sierra has Chester grappled. He's going to use his free action to call, unless just grappled, no one's like, you didn't put your hands over his mouth or anything, so he couldn't speak.
No, I just bear hugged him.
Okay. He's going to call out to the Chancellor Invictus and say, there's something weird going on down here. You should really check it out. And then he's gonna use his action to try to get out of the grapple. So it's a contested strength.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna.
Are you gonna let him? You can choose to let him.
Oh, then yeah, I just fall.
Okay.
Okay. You don't actually fall back. Like,
Well, no, I thought I kind of grabbed him and I'm hanging off of him.
Oh, gotcha.
That's how I imagined it.
So you're letting him go then.
I'm letting him
Basically,
go.
on a little, you're like,
You grappled him just to let him go?
Well, I mean, let's be clear.
Changing plans?
I grappled him before I heard somebody come down the hallway, so.
I'm gonna do a little rock roll and see what he would do. If you're letting go of his grapple, he might grapple you. It's like whoop whoop.
Let go of me. Oh, come here.
Come here. Yeah, I think he's gonna. He's really confused. So I'm just gonna do a luck roll and see what's going on with his body. Okay. I think with his body.
Don't say that.
What's going on with your body, Chester? What's going on with that? Yeah, he's like a little stunned. So I think he's gonna just call out and just I think he's just gonna prepare an action in case anybody tries to run. So that's what he's gonna do. Next would be Zakoa. And Zakoa's small, so hard for you to communicate with Zakoa.
does Zakoa speak common or just lizard?
I believe he was someone cast comprehend languages
that's right.
on him or something like that. I don't know how long that spell lasts, so.
Is it an hour?
Maybe.
Let's see. It lasts an hour.
Okay.
So don't think it's been over an hour yet.
Okay.
Right?
Coming down from the obelisk.
I guess you guys did
Rest
do
down.
like
Went up to
a
the
tour
office.
of the thing, and then yeah.
You do what?
I'm gonna say that was probably
It's been an hour.
been an hour because you had to travel there. You had to
Talk to the
chat
chancellor.
with the chancellor,
Come up with our great plan.
come up with your great plan.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Flawless.
Yeah. So we're gonna say it's been an hour. So
Okay.
he is no longer using. But would you know that? I guess yeah, you might.
I don't.
Maybe not.
I don't know. I don't know about
Maybe
it.
not.
but-
So I'm also gonna roll a luck roll for Zakoa to see if he might just continue on and try to go get a magical item, or if he feels like he needs to stick around and help out.
Please, I need the mental image of us fighting and Zakoa just rolling like a giant like down the hallway.
He's like,
Thanks, guys.
well, because I think he would want to. I think I'm just talking through his like motivation here.
Yeah.
I think he'd still want to help you guys out because you're helping him out. So
Sure.
I think there's a kind of a play there in his brain. Okay. I'm gonna have him. Let's see. Let's look at his spells. Okay. So you suddenly hear in your brain, Sierra. You hear because you can. He's speaking a little Salamar to you, right? That's how you were speaking with him, right?
Well, if it's telepathic, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, that's how message work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He's gonna say, "Hey, should I help?" He's using an action to just communicate with you to see what.
and in my brain, I'm going to say to the artifacts.
Okay. All right. So that's his action. For his movement, he's gonna pitter patter on into the vault. And then, so we have Sierra next.
Okay, so I'm just underneath Chester, right?
Are you underneath?
I thought, okay,
Did
so
you fall?
for whatever reason, I thought I was in a situation where I was like hugging him.
You were, but I think you were standing. And
Standing and
grappling.
hugging
Yeah,
him?
I think
okay,
so.
cool. In that case,
I don't think you were knocked prone at all.
I am going to not attack and instead I think I'm gonna disengage and step back toward the wall and scoot a little closer to the door and then
To the vault door.
to the vault door and then fake a sneeze really loud and hope that that is enough distraction away from tiny little
Give
Zakoa.
me a performance.
Oh no.
Achoo.
7 for a sneeze.
It does not sound like a real sneeze, but let's I think to distract, I guess
I think performance.
performance would be it, wouldn't it? I
Unless
think
it's like
Chester's too involved to have that
Really
be
even
distracting
out,
for him.
yeah.
Are you trying to distract him from seeing the
No,
lizard?
more just not necessarily that he was even looking for the lizard, just make some sort of noise to have more, like even if it's bad, have eyes on me rather than.
Yeah, I mean it's a really, really shitty performance. So he's like, "What is happening?" he did-
So you step back and like look him dead in the eye. You're like, achoo.
Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I think I'm even just gonna kind of stand there and yeah.
Okay, so the grapple breaks. Chester is ready for action. Zagoa scrambles on into the vault after talking to Sierra, and then Sierra's like, "Achoo!" And then
And I am just gonna not have any stance or
Okay.
like I'm preparing for anything. I'm just gonna chill out.
what do you want to do, Rebel?
Rabble man.
Rabble around.
I think rabble. I think Gravel's going to take out his hammer and go, I'm sorry, friends, this is no time for half measures. And he's going to try and knock Chester unconscious.
Ooh.
Again.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Actually, if that's the case, he was setting an
Holding his
action for if anybody moved, but I didn't say what he was going to do. I think he would try to.
I thought you were saying he was waiting for somebody to run away, so maybe he was
Yeah,
gonna try
I
to
did say
grapple.
that. So you're not running away. You're going to hammer him. So go ahead and hammer him. And you get sneak attack technically because you're flanking.
Yeah.
Hammer time.
You try to quietly disengage, and this is what
I mean,
it's. It's true to your character.
it's an 18 on the die,
Yeah.
plus 6
Oh,
is going to
no.
be 14.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I'm sorry,
24.
24. Yep. Wait. 20. Yeah.
Does that hit Joe? Does 24 hit
Yeah.
Chester?
Sure does.
Okay. I didn't know if you had
He's
some
just
sort of-
a security guard wearing no armor,
Alright, so it's...
which doesn't make sense
No,
really.
for security guards.
I was just thinking of like a mall cop.
Yeah.
Let's see, 6, 11, that is going to be 15 points of bludge
Dang, dude.
to old Chester.
Give me no bludge.
Well, he has more hit points than that, so you don't knock him out.
Okay.
Do you have bonus actions and things?
He doesn't have a lot more, but 15's not enough to knock him out.
Okay. Yeah, I do have one
Oh,
bonus
dang,
action.
you really got me good and knocking there. What are you doing? Please don't hit me again with that hammer. Everybody stay here, stay still. Was that how he sounded? I don't remember.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And then, yeah,
Default.
I will go ahead and use my bonus action to raise strike.
Okay.
Let's hit him again.
Okay.
Please don't hit me with that hammer again. No.
Think.
I will, in fact. Does a 14 hit? Okay. And that's just going to be a d6.
Okay.
I don't think 2 more is going to do it.
What was it? You did
15,
15.
so 17
no,
total damage.
No, it's not gonna do it. So
That was a bonus.
No, I mean like no bonus damage to them.
Oh.
Ay, ay, ay.
because it's like a
Sure.
feat or something. You
Well, I guess I don't know if I would add my +4 because I was just going off the idea of like this attack is like a bonus action.
so you don't
and
add you usually
modifier,
yeah,
yeah.
you don't usually add your modifier.
Yeah, so that's just kind of what I was operating off of.
Yeah, I think you might be right. So you hit you hit Chester a couple times, and so now he's kind of like whoa. So it's a Chancellor Invictus turn, and you can hear steps coming down the hall. And he uses his movement to get down to. So you know how there's like a landing, and then there's more steps. So he's on top of that landing, and you can see his shins.
His feet?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
see his shins.
How far away is he at this point?
What did I say this hall probably was? Like 30 feet?
Okay.
30 feet, and then, or something like that, I think. And the stairs are probably 10 feet up. So he's like 40 feet away.
Okay.
And he doesn't know what's really going on yet. So he's just like, what's going on down there, Chester? Is everything okay? And now it's the guard's turn, which you guys don't see. And you still don't see them. But I know what they're doing. And
They're like, oh, it's fine.
actually, I guess they have 30 feet of movement. If the hallways are 30 feet, you could probably see them start to peek around the corner and notice what's going on. And they don't have any ranged weapons, though. So, Gary, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to run up to the Chancellor.
Okay. How much movement do you have? 30?
I think I'm going to do a bonus action expeditious retreat.
Okay.
So I can use that to get right to him.
Okay.
And I kind of like, the guards are kind of converging at the bottom of the stairs, right?
Yeah. So
the two things-
I also think that there's. I want to say.
Can we see them coming around the corner yet?
Yeah, you can see them come around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're all kind of meeting up at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say, kind of mirroring what Chester said, It's like, oh, Chancellor, thank goodness there's been a dreadful misunderstanding.
Oh, really?
It's very complicated. Let me explain what happened.
I heard a very loud noise, and that is not normal. Usually, and being pretty good at magic, I kind of know what that is.
Yes, no, the knock spell was in play. Let
Yeah.
me explain this to you. Just hold on right
I
here.
would love to hear it.
There seems to be some kind of a fight going on, so I think you should stay back here for a
There's a
second.
fight? Do I need to...
No, it looks like we got it under,
Call the
under control.
authorities?
Chester's gone a little bit off. I hate to say it, but I'm going to try to persuade him to like stay there and talk with me for a
You're
turn.
deceiving him.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
You are. Don't try that tomfoolery.
Just straight up lied to him.
Yeah, you literally lied.
there's
just now.
confusion. There's a fight.
No, Chester is not. I mean, yeah, I guess
He
he just got
grappled.
hit on the head a bunch of times.
No, you're right. That is a dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Let's see what
So,
he does.
like, we're kind of huddling up.
Yeah. Do charisma. See what he got. He doesn't have great charisma, so clearly.
What's his race, by the way?
He's human.
Human.
You don't know his classes, though.
Okay. Come on! I'm super deceptive.
I'm not. Someone come over here and look.
I believe you,
I'm
but,
not
like,
kidding.
I've got like a +6 to my deception. I've lost twice in a row now.
Witness.
It is there.
I believe you. I mean,
Okay,
what's his plus? What's his plus? Is it plus something?
+0.
So it's we're tied.
Well, but it's a nat 20.
Oh, that's it. Is that okay? Technically,
okay. Now you two
technically-
as humans in outside of the game need to roll and.
I thought that technically the natural 20s and natural ones only really apply to combat, not skill
It
checks.
doesn't.
Oh.
It's all DM based.
Okay.
And also, do you know how excited we get when it's
Yeah.
a nat 20 and it's not even combat based? We're like, yeah, initiative, nat 20! So,
means I win the fight.
womp womp.
To be fair, he's been working with Chester for a while, and he knows him well, and he knows that he's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is.
I mean, I wish. I'm not trying to argue against
So-
it, but
So he doesn't believe you.
Okay. Can I look on his face and tell that he doesn't believe me?
Give me an insight check. I mean, he's probably just gonna be like, I don't believe you. He could use his words too.
Well, I got 4.
He might believe you.
Okay.
He says, I gotta see what's going on down there. Sorry, this is my academy. I'm in charge of people's well-being. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Gotta be all right, but just be very careful. And I'm going to stay where I am.
I got magic on my side if I need it. You stay. Maybe you should stay here.
I'm going to stay here.
Okay.
Can I hold my action? Because I've done a bonus action
Yeah.
and movement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold my action until they get about 5. Well, until they get kind of. Well, that's pretty far. Till they get nearly to the scene of the crime. I'm gonna
Yeah. How many
hold my
feet you
action.
think?
Well, like it doesn't matter.
Okay. What are you holding?
I'm holding my action to hex.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Merritt and Lucas.
What's up?
Heyo.
Alright, so
This dice is hot.
the door's open.
Yeah, the door is open.
Do
Can I have
I see anything that way as far as, like, can I see an artifact or something?
Yeah, you can. Well, you see inside the room.
Uh-huh.
Give me a perception check.
Let's do that.
It's fine. It's fine.
You just. It's very unlucky for you.
13.
Okay, with 13, you kind of like, because you're kind of looking this way, you're kind of little like distracted on both everything, because you're just trying to take it all in. On a 13, you can look in the room and you can kind of tell that maybe 10 feet within the room, like there's 2 long tables with stuff on it that you can see. And then you can also kind of in the corner of your eye briefly sort of see the walls are covered with like shelves and like you can see scrolls and tomes kind of like all across the walls.
Okay.
And that's pretty much I was gonna see if you could see Zakoa, but I think 13 probably not.
Okay. So
Would you like Lucas?
I've got Lucas with me.
Yeah.
Can I like ask him like does any of this or all right, I'm gonna use my movement or at least my 40 feet of movement.
Okay.
Or however far you said 10
You don't
feet.
have
Yeah.
any spells,
Um,
do you, other than just like a physical
we're
attack?
both gonna start looking at the
I mean, like
tables.
attack.
Okay.
And I'm
Thorn
just gonna
whip.
like kind of ask for his like
Sure.
input to see
Savagery, both of those are pretty
any of this
attack-based.
stuff look.
But not like.
Are you trying to be stealthy about it at all?
Yeah.
Earth
Okay, you're
tremor.
just doing it.
No, focus on it.
I'm gonna say, since I
Your
had
wounds.
saved Chester's action to try to grapple someone, how's that work? I mean, you're all kind of close, right? Chester's kind of in the middle of all of you.
I mean, you could probably power. I don't know.
I
Might
just
be
don't
worth
know
a
if he's
roll.
right next to you within 5 feet to try
Oh,
to grapple you.
Colter? I feel like Colter was right at the door, and Chester approached us to the grate. So I feel like.
And I was holding Chester. So, I don't know. Within 5 feet? I don't know. But it is a pretty small hallway, so. it's
It
like-
is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna roll about and see if he's close enough. Roll. He's just right out of your reach, so he's not gonna try to grapple you. So you get in, and what would you like to do? You'd like to investigate, or
Sure, yeah, let's do an
Do you want
investigation.
Lucas's
with
help?
Lucas's help, yeah. Is that cool?
Yep.
Because my investigation is not great. So, alright. 13.
13. I mean, these things. There's things on the tables. There's. I mean, I would say this.
Is anything, are they labeled or is it just like.
There's
things?
nothing labeled. You can see like a couple jewelry stands with some necklaces and bracelets. There's like a small chest. You don't know what's in there. There's like a blank mask. It's just like a white generic mask with holes for eyes and mouth. And then you see just like some velvet sacks and just nothing is labeled though. There's a wardrobe in the corner. You see like a journal. It all looks like just random shit.
Yeah.
Do you have Arcana?
I mean,
Because maybe. Aren't we trying to determine whether things are good or have good vibes?
yeah. I mean, I don't have good arcana. But I mean, I can always do an arcana check.
You never know what you
Lucas?
might roll. I will say you already did an investigation
Yeah,
check for
so-
free, but if you want to use your bonus
Well, I
action,
did perception and investigation.
That's right.
So I
Yeah. Lucas,
I mean,
however,
Lucas, I mean,
hasn't done anything yet.
yeah. So
He's just giving you the help
Yeah.
action. What's that?
Yeah.
That's is that a, how would that count towards his turn?
I don't know if it counts towards this turn. I think
Anything?
It's just.
I think the health action is an
It-
actual like action.
Is
well,
it?
I mean,
Yeah.
it would be his role if he were rolling for for investigation.
Yeah, that's true. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna say, he sounds exactly like Chester, doesn't he? I'm gonna go down on the table and see if I can find some stuff. Is that okay?
Okay.
So he's just gonna crawl down
Yeah.
you and get onto the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he can do that, and then,
Anything else?
yeah, I can't really hold an action because I did stuff. Yeah, I guess I'll just be prepared for.
Okay. Chester is next. He is going to do a perception check to see if he noticed Merritt go into the vault.
He's bleeding from the noggin.
He is actually, yes. He's not doing well. He's a little woozy. And he's going to... He does notice that.
Okay.
I think he's going to... I think he's going to push the door closed.
Ooh,
Wait, he doesn't notice him?
he does.
Wasn't there no handle or anything on the door originally?
Right.
That's why he did it. So how could he push it closed?
Because, I mean, I guess it's open.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Huh?
Chester.
I'm sorry. Forget I said it.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about a guard was pushing it closed. Never mind.
Well, Chester is, but he's outside of...
Oh, well, yeah, he's outside, so we have to go inside to push it closed because there's no handle to pull it closed.
It opened this way.
You open
Toward...
Oh,
out.
opened out.
Out towards the
Oh,
hallway.
Okay.
The only thing is that if... I guess the runes are on there. And I know what the runes are on there now. Because I prepared. So I think he's going to close it. and that is just his action. He's just gonna close it, and he's
It
gonna.
just closes in one turn.
Yeah, I mean,
Big door.
but it kind of like was like. I mean, I can. That's fair. I mean, it is a stone door, so we'll see what he can do. And he's not feeling well, so he just got his head knocked. But he did make a perception check. He got a 16. I mean, he's probably saw you go in there. That's why he's gonna close the door. And strength.
Strength.
16 on the die. I'd say that's pretty good. And he's going to go ahead and push the door closed. And you guys are going to see those runes light up again. And yeah, that is Chester's turn. And he's like, what's all this we're going on? I trusted you folks and now I don't know what's happening here. And my head hurts, sir. So it's Zakoa's turn. Zakoa is inside the vault, and I think he didn't get very far. So he's going to. I don't know how he'd get your attention. I don't think he. I guess he could do message is a cantrip, but you can do a cantrip and he can do a cantrip and
A spell.
a spell. Right?
Well, it depends on
If it's a
If
bonus
he's got a
action.
bonus
It's a
action.
bonus action, isn't it? Or from the spell.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's going to. Let's see. Yeah, message is not a bonus action. So it's just an action. So instead of doing that, I mean, I allow free investigations. So he is going to go ahead and message you and say, here, hi, and he just says, look around. He's going to look around. And he's going to also do an investigation on the table here. Natural 4 on the dice. He's just kind of struggling, figuring out, maybe he's trying to like open a chest, but he's too little, so he's like, eh. So the investigation is not going well for him. So Sierra, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go up to Chester and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, okay.
And that is 10 points of healing
Oh,
to him.
nice.
And then I'm going to action surge and tackle Rabble.
Okay.
Okay.
I like this.
So, yeah, I don't
So
know.
is that
what
contested or is it?
I'm not gonna contest it.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, it is still your action to tackle him.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
going
but
to do
he
that.
lets you do it, yeah.
And as I do it, I'm just going to yell, he's gone mad! And
Hey, give me a deception check.
Oh yes, I've gone crazy. I don't know what I'm doing.
You can get the help action from Rabble.
my deception would be... I really got to level up in deception. 15.
That's not bad. Let's see how Chester feels about that. Gosh. I got a 19 on the die.
Oh.
I'm rolling hot. Sorry, guys.
I mean, he's probably pretty pissed. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's probably pretty hard to get things past him. But I will say it's still causing a lot of confusion for him. He's very confused now. He doesn't really believe you, but he's also like, but what is actually happening? So
Aren't we all a little bit like that?
Yeah, we're just doing stuff one round and knocking back another.
I know. We'll get,
Me.
well, something will happen at some point. Rabble. What are you gonna do now that you have been tackled by Sierra and you're like, me, yes, I've gone mad.
Attack me.
Huh?
Attack me. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Oh my god. You're just attacking everybody. I love it.
I don't know. I've contracted this desert madness. It's so hot. My brain has boiled outside in the sand, and I'm gonna make like a performative swing at Sierra.
Okay. I was gonna say I would allow you to do deception with disadvantage if you want to try it again to deceive Chester, because you are
And
still going
honestly,
on with the
we are theater partners. We do WWE together. So like,
Revel Slam.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do for my action?
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna try and use my supernatural gaze. Because can I make eye contact?
Have you done that yet?
I have like once. For like.
You're gonna need to read that again. What that?
So.
Are you doing it on Chester?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I can make eye contact.
Yeah,
right?
you can.
Okay. I can
He's
turn-
looking at you guys, like tackled on the ground, like
Right.
yeah.
And I just like poke my head out and see it. I'm like, hey Chester.
Okay.
I gain the ability to charm an intelligent creature through supernatural means once per long rest. As an action, I can target a creature with an intelligence of 3 or more, which Chester is.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you really don't.
Wouldn't that be funny if it had 3? He would not be rolling this well if he had a 3 for intelligence.
So I can force him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On a failure, he's charmed for as long as I maintain eye contact. When the effect ends, the creature does not know it's charmed by me.
For as long as you contain the eye contact, huh? That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
So
gonna
wisdom
just go
save.
look at him and say, Chester, this is clearly all some big misunderstanding.
Okay. He's like, is it really? And got an 8.
Finally.
So he's like, well, okay then. I guess that's yeah. I guess that's right.
I know I've struck you, but you struck me as someone who.
How are you gonna finish that sentence?
Just really needed to be tested. You hang out down here in the hallway all the time, just behind the desk. You really need to. I'm more the martial tester of the security forces.
For sure. I believe everything that you are saying to me right now.
Oh, I know.
Just gonna look at you.
And we're just having a stare down.
It's just really awkward. Are you still on the ground too?
Yeah, I feel like Siri, and I'm just like I'm doing everything I can to just like keep eye contact with Chester.
Okay. I guess for that, it would probably be like on his turn. I wonder if he would move if something's happening. Yeah.
Is it like both sides, or just he has to keep eyes on Chester? Or is it vaguely worded?
It's probably bigly worded.
For as long as I maintain eye contact.
You maintain eye contact.
He maintains eye contact.
Well, I feel like that is eye contact is like eye to eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I.
Well, and that's what
But also, is he able to break eye contact?
that's kind of what I'm wondering.
Or-
I'm
or is
gonna
he
say that
in that trance, so he's like
because it is
he can't-
vampiric.
Right.
So you know how vampires can
Yeah.
kind of charm people.
That's science.
And they keep. It is science. It's
Right. Which means that
Vampire
that means
Vampire
that I probably can't do any other talking to anybody else. 'cause
yeah.
I'm
I
just
would.
gonna be busy
I'm gonna
staring
say
at
that that's like a
Chester.
concentration
do
thing.
something-
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a concentration thing. So I don't think it's on his
fair.
end.
Yeah.
I think it's all on your end.
Sure.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, so the Chancellor is going to go ahead and so this might be good. This might be okay. The Chancellor's going to go ahead and see the 2 guards as he's walking down. He's like, oh, let me see what's going on before we, And they're like, well, we heard, I don't know how they sound. Well, we heard a loud bang, sir, and we just maybe thought that maybe there was problems. Why is my go-to Southern?
Hillbilly.
It's easier.
Maybe this is the part of the nation that you're in,
I mean, we are in the desert.
like the Southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the desert of the
It's a well thought out plan.
Like the U.S. has a bunch of.
I've planned this.
Just get ready for the northeastern accent.
Yeah!
When we move town.
You're like Vermont.
Like, maybe we could go back to Kennedy's voice and
Wow.
I can't do it.
I
don't,
can't either.
don't look at me. I'll practice.
And then the other guy's like, yeah, boss. There we go. I got another one. Yeah, boss. We thought, we heard a really loud noise. Hurt my ears. And Chancellor's like, I got this. So he walks. He's getting closer.
Okay,
to,
so as he's approaching the fray, I'm going
Yes.
to cast Hex.
Yes.
Do
Do I do anything for that? No.
No, I just do it, actually.
Yeah,
So
it's like
he has disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Okay.
Not
We
saving
really
wisdom
gotta get
checks.
to know
Okay,
each other
cool.
better.
You kind of so you are up on the stairs still.
Yeah, kind of
So
the
you don't
landing.
really see what happens.
Well, I feel like I'm down on the floor
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
at the base of the stairs.
But his back is to you,
Yes.
so right. He is kind of taking in the scene. He stops like right where all this is happening. He's like, Chester, how do you feel? What's happening? What is going on? I see the door is closed, so runes are intact. I see it's okay. This is an interesting situation here. He's going to roll. He's going to see that.
So he just talks to Chester, me and Chester.
Yeah, and Chester's not. Yeah, and so he's like, and he's gonna do, I guess, insight because he doesn't know that it's a magical thing yet. So he's gonna do insight on Chester and see why the hell he's not looking at him when he's talking to him.
And this is disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah, because it's wisdom. Okay. What does he have for insight?
It's going to be 2 natural 20s, I'm sure.
No. He did get an 18 on his lowest one. I rolled a 15 and a 14. This dice is hot. And he has a +4 to insight.
Put that dice away.
I can't.
Whose side are you on?
Put that thing back.
Who knows? It could all go downhill from here. You don't know. And he's going to say, Chester, do you... hello? And I don't know if he knows what it is, though. I think he can tell that he's charmed in some way, but he's not sure how. Because I don't know how much he knows about...
Well, technically, would him waving his hand in front of Chester's face break eye contact?
For you, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would...
Yeah.
He would just be like...
I mean, and hey, I know I'm fully not using this ability in the most ideal situation,
Yeah.
so, like...
Yeah. He I guess he would be like, Chester. And it would lose that eye contact for a second, and Chester would be like, oh my goodness. What is going...
But he doesn't know that he was charmed by me.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah.
he's just like, I don't know where I was there for a second. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, Chancellor. What? So we got some situation here. And I guess they're not going to have a full conversation because it's
Because
turn
it's
based.
his turn, yeah.
Yeah. So Chancellor does that. The guards are waiting for the Chancellor's word to do anything. Gary, it's your turn.
I will approach and say, Chancellor, as I was trying to tell you, we were, I'm kind of embarrassed because it went south, but we were trying to test your security perimeter, and Chester got all, as he should have, very suspicious, and then a scuffle broke out, and it got very confusing.
Okay.
So,
Deception?
deception.
Scuffle.
13.
Okay. Well,
But he's rolling inside at disadvantage.
disadvantage. Well, it's just charisma.
Insight's
Wisdom.
Oh, it is, right. Yeah. Okay. He got a 16 on that one.
Mhm.
And what did you get?
13.
That's what he got. So you win, right? Or is it? No, how does that work?
I think
If you
you've
meet-
ruled that if you're trying to do something and it's a tie, you don't succeed. Because you
don't
didn't
succeed.
win. And I was trying to persuade him, so I would not succeed.
Man, a tie again.
Do we already have a tie?
Didn't you both have 20s?
We had 20s.
Oh my god. We need to stop that. Makes things way more complicated. Okay, he's just gonna, I guess, he's gonna say, wait a minute, you were testing him? Why? Did someone tell you to do that? Did I tell you to do that? I don't feel like you had the authority to do that. No? So you hurt him? And now I feel like this is, bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's
This just does not seem right, and were you trying to do, I guess,
well, I mean, I've already kind of made my case, and
Yeah.
it's like I've made my check on that, so
Right.
That's his response.
Yeah.
So I've made some movement, and I haven't done any action or bonus action. I'm out of that spell. What's the lighting situation in here?
It's probably gaslit lights.
Multiple gas lights.
Yeah, probably.
Like this whole conversation.
Oh man, I don't know. Like if things are getting out of control, if it's just like a holding pattern.
I know. I mean, you don't really know what the Chancellor's going to do next, so.
I mean, I feel like he's not believing what we're saying to him, and there are 2 guards here.
Characters.
Let's. I don't know. Should I do that?
Into the sewers.
I'm going to suddenly start. I think my tendrils are going to start kind of lifting up like fire starter. I'm going to be giving off a terrifying aura to all creatures within 15 feet of me.
To everybody?
I guess so, because I'm right there. Well, I mean, I guess I could place myself, because they're approaching the fray, right?
Yeah.
So I could just be catching
Yeah, I guess you turned around. Well,
I came up to them.
yeah.
So I could, like, I still have some movement. I could, like, target just the Chancellor and the 2 guards.
Yeah. I think that's possible.
Okay. So
So what do I need to do?
you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Which
At
Chancellor
disadvantage.
gets disadvantage.
Oh, that's true.
And then the guards just are flat.
Flat.
Actually, it's only ability checks.
Oh, it's true. It's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's all straight. So I am, 14? DC 14 wisdom saving throw.
Literally got a 14. I'm not kidding. 10 on the dice. We just keep
For the
meeting.
Chancellor?
We just keep for the Chancellor.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Stop eating like this.
One guard fails.
Okay.
The other guard gets an at 1, so fails.
Okay. I think nothing happens until.
Their next turn.
No, I guess because they've entered the spells area for the first time because I've cast it. So the effects are as following. Can you roll a D8 for each guard that's
Yeah.
affected?
What's gonna happen?
Do we call this form Scary Gary?
1. Scary
That
Gary.
guard has
Scary
lost
Gary.
attention because they're confused.
Okay.
Their mind seems to skip for a moment, and so their next attack will have disadvantage.
Attack?
Their next attack, whenever
Okay.
the first will have disadvantage. And then for the second one,
6.
Man.
horrific thoughts flood the target's mind. They have disadvantage on saving throws until the end of their next turn.
Oh, okay. So I guess I need to remember that. Just 1 is
I'll remember that.
okay.
I mean, hey, we become wanted in this town. And that means that we have to spend the entire adventure in a safe refuge in Almost in Tiny Town.
I just wanted to go to a market. And then that's all I want. Then we can go.
That's my turn.
Okay.
In the world in Tiny Town.
Merritt and Lucas.
All right. Well, just gonna keep looking
Okay.
for
Um,
something that stands out, I guess.
Sure. Give me. I mean, you're welcome to just pick up things, and so yeah, I guess investigation
Investigation.
or whatever you
Can I
want to
look
do.
at like some of the wall stuff? Mm-hmm. Move over there
Yep.
with advantage.
You with Lucas? Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess
All right.
Lucas went onto a table.
I like that even more. 16.
So you're looking for anything that looks.
Just something that holds a lot of magic. That,
Okay.
like, I don't know, or can or has the ability to hold.
Yeah. I would say that with a 16, I mean, there are spell scrolls here. You never really use a spell scroll, but you know what they look like, and you see that there are a lot. There are a lot around you. They're all in cases. Some of them are just like rolled up and stuck onto the shelf. You can assume that since they're in a vault, they probably are magical.
I'm gonna grab a couple of those scrolls and
Okay.
just like show them to Lucas and Zakoa and be like, "Do these look like something that we're trying to?"
Since
take?
Lucas
Like,
goes on your
just-
turn, he's gonna say that. Yeah, yeah, I think that should work. I don't know what's in them, and I guess he'll use his. He already used his action, didn't he, to help you?
I mean, would it be a free action to open it up and read?
Yeah, but it'd be fraction for you
Yeah,
to
it'd be
open it
fraction
up,
for you
and
to
he can
open
look
it
at
up.
it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not Zakoa's turn, so he can do that on his turn.
Okay.
But Lucas is like, now I don't know much about this magic stuff, but this looks like it's written in a language that might have something to do with magic. And you know, I would say, since it's in this vault, might be mighty important.
Yeah, I just don't know. This is what can hold what we need it to hold. So I just I'm not
It's
aware.
possible.
Yeah.
I think what we need is a magical artifact that we can absorb the energy from. So if there is a spell in there, I guess it just depends. If he kind of looks at Zakoa, but Zakoa's like blink, blink, and he's like, I guess if there's a spell in there, I guess it just depends on how powerful the spell is and what kind of spell it is.
Can I read it?
Yeah, but I don't know how well versed you are in magic and like runes and stuff like that. You can. You already investigated. I mean, I'll let you. I want this to continue forward.
Yeah.
So if you want to do like an Arcana check or something on it, you can.
Let's do it. It's a 4.
It looks like some magical stuff that you're just like, and I don't think it would be in a language you probably can read.
I'm just gonna.
What languages can you read?
Let's see. Common and Elvish.
Okay. So that's Merritt and Lucas's turn. It's Chester's turn. And he's going to say, well, I saw someone. He's going to look at the Chancellor and he's going to say, actually, he's going to, is he on the ground too?
No, he was shut the door. I healed
He
him.
shut the
Then
door,
I tackled
healed,
him. So
tackled him.
and then he got tranced.
Okay, that's
So-
right. So that's the last thing he remembers is you tackling
Rabble.
Brabble.
So he's going to say, now, Chancellor, I'm not really sure what is going on here. But this young woman has healed me. And but I did see a
Chester.
feller go inside the vault, and I did shut it in there so he can't get out. And then also, this young buck over here has been just hitting me with hammers, and then she tackled him, and so I'm just mighty confused about whether I need to do something about him or who's in the vault. And usually I got my finger on who's wrong and who's bad, but now I'm just a little confused. And so he uses his turn to kind of describe to the Chancellor what happened. And he's probably, he's not trying to persuade anything. He's just telling what he saw. Unless, I guess he could do a roll or something about that.
I
But
feel like the
being
Chancellor's
pretty
trying to
straight.
figure out what's going on,
Yeah.
and so I think he might need to persuade him that that's the real
maybe
count.
that's like what's going on. Okay.
This has my heart palpitating.
So he got a 7 on the dice. So he probably doesn't have that much charisma, so probably gets like a 9. Plus 2, 7. Chancellor's like,
Is the Chancellor going to make an insight check?
yeah, he can actually.
And this can be disadvantage still.
Are you running this game?
I'm just saying.
Disadvantage, he got a 7 on the die. And a 19. So 7 plus insight, 4. What did...
He got like
An 11 and a 9. 9 for Chester, 11 for Boss Man.
So, that's the confusing thing, because why wouldn't he believe him?
That's true.
So that's why I'm like, why would he need to persuade?
Because out of everybody, he would believe Chester.
I know.
Sometimes with that stuff, I do like, I don't know. It's
It gets a little complicated.
Well, it could be like it
Because you want
cancels
to roll
out.
about it. You want to do a certain roll.
It would be an advantage for him on the insight check normally, but then the disadvantage makes a flat roll. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Yeah.
he would...
He'd be
Yeah,
like,
so
I
he would
believe
have
Chester.
advantage
So he would have had
because
that.
I believe Chester normally.
So he had a
he
nine.
would have advantage
Yeah.
on it. So.
But he got it either way.
So he did.
Yeah.
So wait.
So Chester spent his turn talking about it.
And is
then-
convinced the Chancellor
And
that
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. That's okay. Whatever. He believes him.
Yeah.
Because it's Chester. Okay, and so Chester is gonna. I think he's just using his action to do that because he's kind of confused, doesn't know who to grab and what to do. So it's Zakoa's turn. Zakoa's gonna look at that scroll and do an Arcana check. It's very good at Arcana. Actually, you know what he's gonna do?
What?
Oh, he doesn't have identify.
Great plan, everybody.
Yeah, let's just not talk about it. Let's just not talk about it and do it. As per usual. Chaos.
He's gonna go ahead and detect magic on it. And I need to figure out what kind of... Schools of Magic. So we're gonna go ahead and... Sorry, guys. Okay. He is going to look at the scroll and kind of, he uses his little grubby feet and he gets onto it and he looks at it. He's going to tell you, I guess he's going to message you because this is his free action to investigate the scroll or read it or whatever. And he's going to message you and say, this is a third level spell. It's detect magic, so I guess you can probably tell that. But he will tell you that it's an evocation spell. There's evocation magic coming from it.
Okay.
And he says, he doesn't have identify though. So, I mean, I guess though, as a wizard, can't wizards just read scrolls and know what the spell is? That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I would say so.
Yeah, because that's their whole thing is like...
I think there's something about you can't read scrolls that are above your level.
Oh, let me see what level it is. No, he can read it.
Okay.
He's going to say this might not be the exact scroll that we're looking for. This is fireball, so it's a little destructive. He's like, but I mean, I wouldn't mind if you grabbed that. For himself, he says. He's like, I don't have that spell prepared or learned. So if you want to grab that, we could maybe just like, I'll keep looking around. There's maybe some artifacts that I can take a look at.
I like Zakoa.
I know. I was like, I'm gonna put this in my personal shop.
He's like, what do they need this scroll for?
Right.
So he's gonna let you know that. So that's his action. So you're getting somewhere. And Sierra, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna spend half my movement getting up off of you, and then I'm gonna. Oh, okay.
The scenario is
Okay.
taking a lot longer.
So let's just to imagine this in space. Here's Chester by the door. Here's the Chancellor. They're
Yep.
talking.
Yes.
I'm like right here on top of him, and then you are here, and there's two guards
Yes.
who are
Yeah,
looking
I'm in
scared.
back of two guards.
You're
Yeah, I'm closest to the stairs.
yeah,
Okay.
with his tendrils just floating and
So this is what I'm gonna do.
Just like, why are you so testing?
I'm gonna spend half my movement getting up. And then I'm gonna spend the other half of my movement getting in front of the Chancellor and, if I can, the guards between them and Gary.
Oh, okay, in front of.
Like, basically, so if they're here and I'm here on top of Rabble, Gary's over here and there's guards here. My goal is to get up and in
Between me and
in
the
between
guards.
you,
Okay.
even if that causes me to. But before I get in the way of your spell, I'm gonna say, what do you have in there? It is causing us to go insane.
Okay. I
And
like that.
then, yeah, so that would be my movement and action.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess when you say that, give me a
Deception.
It's okay. You got this. And then I got this.
I'm changing my die, by the way.
I am too.
Can I still be like flailing on the ground going, I'm crazy, I don't know what to do.
Yes. Yeah, you can give her the help action.
All right, 14 on the dice for 16.
Okay. Did you
16
roll
deception.
twice?
Oh,
He's giving you the help action.
By acting crazy.
yeah, 16.
Okay, 16, and then I roll an insight, which I have
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Oh, please God.
Like that's done any good so far.
Okay, 8. That's pretty low. And a 7. Yeah. So he's like, what do you mean? Oh, really? Like, I guess...
I just tackled him.
Is this some sort of magical gas leak or something?
There might... You know what? It's quite possible if the door was knocked open by something. I don't know. There's quite possibly something in there that maybe, I don't know, a cursed item. That is, I mean, never happened before. I don't know. I should check it.
Because I'm in between you and the spell, is that still active?
It doesn't. Oh, you came into my range.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Perfect. I love that.
Yeah, so you need to roll
Extra
a
You're all
convincing.
going crazy
Roll a
now.
D8.
That's what he's believing.
Roll a
now.
D8.
Yeah.
That's very
I
good.
love that.
That was very good.
A 3.
Okay.
Nice save.
Seriously.
Well laid plan.
Okay, so you have become now, I mean, justifiably so, my tendrils
Well
like this.
laid.
You've become terrified of me, and you're moving, on your next turn you have to move as far away as possible from me.
You say this, what do you have me just go so crazy? And then you run up the stairs. That's so funny. That's very good. Okay, so what has happened is this. So Mara is inside the vault with Sokoa and Lucas. Chester got out of it, was trying to convince the Chancellor. Chancellor's like, oh, that's what happened? Crazy. And then you, well, I don't know what happened in between there, I guess. And then Gary scares people and starts going nutso. And then Sierra says, hey, something's crazy that's making this happen.
And I also, like, as I'm running up on Gary, want it to look like I'm about to attack him.
Okay.
But that was never my intention.
Yeah, we'll just go with that since you succeeded on your deception. Yeah, so he's like, well, shoot, I gotta, all right, well, I gotta detect magic, gotta see what's going on here. And he was like, did you say that the vault door was open? And so he's kind of like putting 2 and 2 together, maybe something happened in the vault. And so he's going to, well, it's not his turn, so can't do anything yet. So, Rabble.
The world is your oyster, my man.
I have a role to play now.
No, just cancel out everything that just happened.
Be like, what are you talking about? We were
Start
trying
over
to do
again.
this.
Rabble is going to...
My thing is a hostile enemy, so you wouldn't account, but you would have done the same thing anyway.
Yeah.
Rabble is going to walk up to the sewer grate, and he's going to go, he's not trying to come up through the sewers, and he's going to try and start, like, pulling at the sewer grate. Just in case we need to make a escape.
Okay.
Just...
I guess with the strength. Athletics.
That sounds like a fair check to ask me to make.
How are you on athletics?
Not.
Rebel's so strong.
So small, so strong.
Oh, I forget. Juki, I have a 15 strength, so it's not...
Not that bad.
Alright, I don't have athletics, but it's still +2.
2.
Come on, Rabble. Super strong. Dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd say you knock it, you get one side knocked loose, and you're like, you can kind of open it up a little bit. Yeah, great. Okay. It is the Chancellor's turn now. So the Chancellor is going to go up to the vault door and open it. And so wait, did he succeeded on that?
He succeeded,
okay. So you guys see him put his hand on the door, and you see it glows up. It just like glows under his hand, and there are ruins, and it just like opens up. And that's not an action, so he's just gonna go in, and he's gonna see Merritt with a mouse and a lizard on the table, looking at a scroll. And he's gonna be like, okay, so are you part of the going crazy too now? And he's not sure what's going on, so he's not gonna do anything violent yet, or any like kind of action. So he's gonna wait for you.
Can I do a quick insight on what he just said to try and figure out what's happening?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 20.
Insight, yes. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah. He is. What he's seeing, you're like trying to figure out what he's thinking when he's seeing what you're doing. Confusion, and also that he kind of you see him kind of make more clicks. Like maybe you are crazy too. Maybe you're going crazy too. But why are you looking at a scroll? Maybe that's what the scroll caused the craziness on the outside. Maybe how did this vault pop open? He's very confused.
Okay.
So now it's the guards. One of them has
disadvantage on the next attack, so
Okay.
that might not happen. The other one, oh shoot, let's see. I think it's just gonna be, let's see. Disadvantage on saving throws until the end of this next
Okay,
turn.
I think for now, I think they're gonna do an insight check on you, because can you tell where that comes from when you hex them?
When they're terrified, I feel like, I don't know. Their backs are turned to me.
They are. Oh yeah, I guess they're looking towards the vault.
I mean, they were, but I think when Sarah did her thing, they probably turned around to look at me.
Yeah, probably. I think
So they see me like
Yeah, I think they're.
doing that, you know.
I think they're gonna do an insight check on
Okay.
that and just see if they're like, should we do something about this guy? Yeah, those that's cocked. That's super low. Yeah, 4 and a 3. They're not sure what's going on, but I think they're gonna go ahead and. You're not like attacking, right?
No, I'm just standing
No one's
there.
like made it really much attack, so they're gonna go.
I think they just kind of look scary to them.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to go behind you and just kind of block the staircase to make sure, because they're not
Okay.
sure what's going on, so they just kind of want to block the staircase to make sure no one can leave.
Okay.
And Gary.
I'm going to run into the vault and really intently look at the Chancellor and open my mouth and do prestidigitation and tuba notes. Tuba music will come out of my mouth.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Is there a role that you want to do about that? Like, what do you do?
No, I mean, it happens. I mean, it could be
You're doing it
persuasion.
at the Chancellor?
Yeah, I'm doing persuade. I'm trying to persuade him that, I guess it's deception, that I'm like
Performance, maybe.
also part of this craziness.
Okay.
Like something's affecting me.
Yeah, I guess it'd be deception.
He's gone base.
I'm like,
That's what he does to intimidate.
He's gone treble clef.
This is a 19.
okay.
Chancellor, careful. He's doing the tuba noise.
He's like, whoa, okay, we need to all calm down. Maybe we need to get out of this area, possibly. Maybe, like, not be in the vault area. Maybe we should all, like, go upstairs and collect ourselves.
And you're already upstairs because you fled.
I need to do a little investigating on
I
this.
fled immediately,
Yeah. Oh wait, it's your turn.
so I haven't
So
fled.
Okay.
that's his reaction to
Okay.
what you did. Anything else for you?
No, I'm going to drop my terrifying aura.
Okay.
I will have done that. Just dropped it before I
Okay.
ran in there. I didn't want to affect anybody else.
Merritt and Lucas.
Okay.
You don't know really what's going on. I don't think you heard. Basically, the Chancellor came up to you and was like confused because it seems like people are crazy.
Yeah.
And Gary just came in and
Well,
made tuba noises.
that's kind of what my insight check was like.
Yeah.
Trying to be was like figuring out what the hell went on.
Yeah, I feel like that. You got a dirty 20.
Maybe you've come to know your traveling party well enough.
Yeah.
You could piece together like,
I'm sure I can see Rabble just like doing his thing.
I think maybe on a dirty 20 you know exactly how the conversation
Yeah. Oh, that
This.
makes sense on how
This.
they progressed.
Right. I can follow this thread.
So yeah, I'm just gonna keep grabbing artifacts and I'm gonna look at the chancellor like we gotta get some of this stuff out of here. Clearly, we gotta figure out what's.
Okay, yeah, give me a deception check. You're just filling your.
We're doing the full pure chaos. Look at my left hand, look at my right hand, look at my
Yeah,
left hand.
we are.
Deception.
Yeah, please.
Oh. 3.
Well.
God. One.
Oh boy. You got a 5.
Okay.
Did you roll disadvantage?
No.
But also, what's his bonus though? I mean, is it?
Oh, that's right. I didn't even add my bonus on. That would have been a 9.
Oh, so he
he,
can't.
there's no way that he, unless you got a 1, maybe. Yeah.
Does Lucas give me advantage?
Yeah, so Lucas will see. No, for real. Lucas will see that you're kind of struggling with a lie here, and he's gonna.
What's Lucas gonna do?
Oh my
Lucas
god!
gonna do?
Pull one of his nose hairs so that he screams randomly out of nowhere.
I think he's gonna hop. Okay, I think to help people like that, their people are crazy. he's gonna hop onto the Chancellor's shoulder and be like, "We're all fucking crazy in here." Just right in his ear, and then Chancellor's gonna see a mouse saying this to him.
Oh, yeah.
And so that'll give you advantage. Go ahead and do one more.
Okay, come on. That's cocked. Okay. So, 18.
Okay. Let's see.
We already got a 9 insight, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So, he's gonna be like, I guess, yeah. And he's like, me too. And he just starts shoving things into his pockets. He's like, gotta get him out of here.
You just convinced the Chancellor
To rob him.
Yeah, right?
Why is this mouse talking to me?
What mouse?
We gotta get out of here. You're still tuba, like noisy.
Mouse.
So he's stuffing stuff in his pockets, and so he's gonna, he only moved a little bit. So he's gonna be like, we gotta get out of here, man. And he's gonna go back out. And, okay, well, I guess that wasn't his turn, so he can't do that. But he is gonna start shoving stuff in his pockets.
And then, so as I I'm just gonna get like a bag full of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take whatever.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna beeline it.
Okay.
Towards Rabble opening up the sewer crate.
Okay. Oh, okay, great. All right, cool. That happens. So it's Chester's turn, and Chester is now fully just... I'm going to do like a little luck roll and just see if he's...
He just goes
On
and sits
board?
back at his desk.
Yeah. My head hurts. I don't know what's going
How much
on
damage
anymore.
did you do to him?
Like 7.
You did 17 and I healed
I
him for
do
10.
feel crazy.
I'm taking crazy pills.
Okay, yeah, he's stunned. I think he's just stunned. He's just watching what's happening. He's seeing now the Chancellor shoving things into his pocket in the vault, and he's just like, I guess I'm just gonna let this happen. And it's Zakoa's turn. And so Zakoa is still on a table. And so Zakoa is going to,
Cast Fireball.
oh my god. He knows it now. I think what Zakoa is going to do is he's going to message, who would he message? If you're going towards the grate, I think he would message you and say, time to go small now again?
All of us?
Well,
he's not talking
he
to
can
me.
only talk to Mara right now.
He's not talking
But
about
if you can find a way...
Yeah, I think we got what we came for.
Okay.
Let's go.
So... So Zakoa is going to go ahead and hop on you since you're booking it, so he can just hop along on the way, and you're going towards the grate, and I mean he can do it. I don't know how far away you are.
He's right in there.
I'm next to the
I'm the
Chancellor because I was
farthest
tuba
away.
talking.
I'm the farthest
You're the farthest away.
Yeah.
You're still outside, but you
How
haven't run
many-
yet.
I haven't run yet. I'm still in the hallway,
Yeah.
which is within my movement. It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
And you can see the sewer grate and you can see us.
And I'm a lizard, so watch out.
Okay.
I can walk on walls.
I mean,
Good for you. I can do that later.
I can also...
I have to
I want you to teach me to mind punch.
So I technically had been using the spell right, so I don't care. So we're gonna do it the way I did it last time. Because Zakoa is a powerful guy. He's got his crystal as his power source. So, however, he does need to do, since this is coming to a close, he needs to do a wild magic surge to make sure that, because his magic's all funky. So,
this is great.
he's going to go ahead and Merritt, you start to feel whirlwind around because he's like on you and he's trying to cast the spell.
Just for clarification, he is making us all small. All of us.
I
okay.
mean, you don't know that.
But that's the... Yeah, I don't know
so
that in game.
He hasn't asked. He's like on his
He
own.
only asked Merritt because I guess he can't do this yet, but you guys see him preparing.
Okay.
So you could do perception check to see if you're preparing. He can't because he already used his action to message Merritt.
Okay.
But he's like, maybe next time.
Okay, shoot. Okay, so
Getting it queued up.
But I mean, I would say that you probably would need to be a little closer for him to really get all of you guys.
Well, I was headed that way without that knowledge anyway.
Okay.
So,
So he's going to be preparing for getting you guys small again. Sierra.
I'm going to run toward the vault, hand a healing potion to Chester,
Okay.
and then grab the back of whatever you're wearing and just say,
leather jacket.
and like slowly back away with the tuba boy and say, you see what I mean? Absolutely insane. And just slowly back out of the vault. Because I see you are coming out. You are by a sewer grate. I'm just walking backwards.
Fucking me.
Okay.
Is
Chancellor's
handing,
not out of the vault yet.
and all my people are? Is the mouse?
Yeah.
Lucas and Zico are on merit.
Okay. Do I need to roll a perception to know that?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, you know that.
In that case,
Can I get a free out of turn action to yell that at you?
I would allow that. Yeah, I think that it's a reaction to. You can use your reactions.
in that case, I'm gonna yank back on you, tuba boy, and pull the door shut.
Okay, push it shut.
Push it shut. Excuse me, push it
No,
shut.
it's all right.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Absolutely insane. Nat 20.
Yes, finally you get a nat 20 on your.
Very poetic
That's
roll.
very, very good. So you yank Gary back out of the vault. He's wearing his
Rungus.
His Rungus leather jacket. You pull as he's making tuba noises, and you see as the Chancellor is shoving things in his pocket. He's real distracted. Merritt books it past you, and you slam the vault door shut. And Chester's chugging this potion. He doesn't really seem to notice because he's confused, and that happens. As Rabble's yelling, "Lock him in!" Okay, so that happens. So it's Rabble's turn.
I'm kind of gonna like try and get the sewer grate. Now that I kind of like see that, like, now that I see that the sewer grate is our exit strategy, I'm gonna like, is it all the way up to where I could? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna like do the thing where like I crawl halfway in, get myself ready to sort of like just drop down, but I'm also sort of like trying to just hold it for.
Yeah. Give me a strength or an athletics with advantage, just to make sure that you can keep holding it. It's kind of a heavy grate. It won't be too high a DC, I swear.
Guys, did we just do this?
Okay, no, that's 17.
Okay, yeah, you're just holding it. Yeah.
I think you did.
Keeping
that.
it.
I'll wedge my hammer like into the.
Okay,
thing.
yeah, that works. Yeah. All right, cool. That's kind of like your advantage. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. It is the Chancellor's turn, so he can open the door. However, are you in front of it?
I haven't moved.
I would say all three of you are in front of it.
I haven't moved, and I.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
So you're kind of blocking it. So.
because the
he's got-
grate's kind of up on the door.
Yeah, so, well, the sewer's open. I mean, you're all four, like, in front of the door, basically, the vault door.
I
So.
mean, at least you shut it, and you didn't use any of your movement to move away from the door, so.
No.
Yeah.
That's true. So
My last movement was this.
He is going to open it, but there's going to be some struggle there because there are people in the way.
Contested strength?
Sure, let's do it.
I am kind
Can
of a
I help?
beefcake.
Yeah, you're standing right there.
So you can.
What did I say? Athletic? What did I say? Strength?
Strength?
Well, he has a -1, so. And I got a 3.
I got 22. Bitch.
So he's like, are you guys still confused? Because I'm in here still. Could you not lock me in here, please? So it's his action. He tries to open the door.
In response, I'm going to say, you are the most dangerous.
Is the Chancellor's trying to rob some vaults?
The guards, I guess, they're just...
Well, they're at the foot of the stairs, right?
Yeah, they are. So they're just gonna... I guess they'll probably make their way over there because now the Chancellor is locked in there, so maybe they think they can help. But since it's kind of wacky, they're kind of... Here's what I'll do. I'll do a luck check because everybody's saying there's magic items down here that's making people crazy. So I think I'm going to do a luck check for each of them and just see if they even want to, because this is not part of their job description necessarily. Yeah.
I'm not joking, no problem.
One of them like kind of looks at the guy and is like, should I? And the other one's like, I'm not going over there. And so one of them's going to go over there, but they're not feeling great about it. So they walk like maybe up to the grate because they're like, why are you guys getting in the sewer? And that's what they're doing. Gary, it's your turn.
I'm going to use disguise self to turn back into the Chancellor and say, it was me all along, and jump into the hole.
Okay. Who do you say it to, Chester?
The guards. The two guards are approaching. And
Okay.
Chester, too.
Chester's like, I quit! Merritt and Lucas.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way towards the grate.
Okay.
Gonna do like a baseball slide in.
Okay. And yeah, Lucas is on you. Zuko is on you. You said no small now?
I guess that. I don't know.
I would rather be small going through some. Well, I don't know. It's a
Maybe
sewer
for
grate.
strength that we might want to be. I'm staying large if I can.
It's up to
Well,
you guys.
you're also a small
Once
guy.
we're-
I guess
I-
we're all pretty small.
Maybe once we're all in the sewer.
Yeah, maybe if it comes up.
Yeah, like I think maybe like get down there and then maybe go small.
But yeah.
I'll just.
I feel like we'll get
I'll
out
say
faster, though,
stay
if we're
medium.
bigger. I
Okay.
don't know.
So Zuko is on you, so he's just gonna listen to that and just wait.
Because doesn't our movement scale, too, when we get small? Like,
I think so. I think everything.
That would
so
make
we-
sense.
Yeah, we'd be like running away, like 3 feet a turn.
It would be a good way for you not to be seen in case you get followed, but like it's up to you guys,
Yeah.
however you want to do it.
Let's hold that in case we need to do it.
There's also a stealth roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
If we get to the birds again.
Yeah.
We can go small.
Oh, the pterodactyl birds.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, that's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's Chester.
Oh, Chester's after Zakoa? Okay.
Chester. Well, Zakoa. I just moved his
Yeah, that's
initiative
fair. That's
because
fair.
he's on merit. Yeah, it's Chester's turn. Chester Foley is like, you know what? Well, let's do. Yeah. He kind of looks around and he's like, he looks at the Chancellor and he's like, you know,
I mean, I don't even think he sees the Chancellor because he's in the vault.
well, the door is kind of open. He's like, there's a crack. Yeah. So he's gonna be like, hey, you know, man, I know everybody's going crazy right now, and I feel like I'm going crazy too. I don't really understand what's going on here. I'm just gonna let all this happen, and I'm gonna probably call it a day. I have had a healing potion, and I've also had witches. Where'd you get a healing potion, by the way? Interesting.
It's really just coconut water.
Oh, really?
It does wonders for the skin. You called me young earlier.
I think I feel like you guys were flirting at some point. I don't know.
Yes.
But he's gonna just do that, and he's gonna start walking down the hallway. Just walk away.
I'm going home.
Yeah. So, is everybody in the?
It's my turn, and
Yep.
I'm gonna say you are such a sweet young man, and then I'm gonna hop into the sewer grate, help you shut it, and then if that's not my action, is that my action? Moving that.
It's fine.
Okay.
Because it just falls down if you.
If that's the case, then I would also like to cast Earth Tremor right above that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, actually,
Do you
let
have
me
to
read this
see
out loud.
How does Earth Tremor work?
Tremor in the ground within range. Each creature within an area must make a dex save. On a fail, they take bludgeoning damage. Well, maybe I don't want to do this. And knock prone. If it's loose, earth or stone becomes difficult terrain until cleared. So I was trying to cast it like above us as we're leaving.
Oh, like on the ceiling above the sewer grate, so it falls on the sewer.
Right, like that kind of situation where it makes it difficult terrain right around the entrance of the sewer.
Around the entrance. So that would probably cause a cave-in, right? Like a little bit, or.
My thought would be it would
Depending
have to
on
be
the
actual
damage.
the ground and not like a structure.
But it says stone. It's loose earth or stone. Oh, that's like gravel.
Like the
Got
earth.
you. Okay, well, never
But,
mind. I won't do that.
For now.
Why don't you give me, if you want to do that, why don't you give me, I like the idea, so why don't you give me like an Arcana check to see if you can
Adapt.
kind of adapt the spell a little bit.
17?
Yeah. Okay, so, Sierra, you kind of, and I would say that, are you aiming it at the vault door more? Like the
I was thinking like the ground. Yeah, like finding a way to make it to where getting to the grate and into the grate would be difficult, and making that difficult terrain. So I don't know if that would be like above the vault door so it collapses, that seems safer than doing the ground.
So you would do it on like the ceiling above the vault door.
Right. And
Like, or
with the
near it.
idea to either obscure the door, definitely make the grate hard to get to.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you got a 17 Arcana check. I would say we can let that happen, but I will say everybody might need to do dexterity saving throw.
And I mean it's 1d6 bludgeoning. So if we want to roll for that, that's okay.
Yeah, let's do because everybody just got into the sewer. Just in case you hear this rumbling, tumbling, and the ceiling starts to crumble down onto the sewer grate. It could possibly be kind of creating some situations in the sewer. It's an old sewer, some rocks and debris and stuff. So let's get to dexterity saving throws from everybody.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
16.
Wow, those are good rolls. I'm gonna do them for. I mean, Zakoa and Lucas are on you, so I think they're fine. Okay, great.
Just open up a pocket and there's a little squished mouse.
I know, that's what I was thinking, and I was like, I don't want that to happen. You convinced the Chancellor that everybody was crazy because of some magic items. And you try to lock the Chancellor in the vault. Chester basically quits for the day. The other two guards are just like confused. You make it into the sewer. Syrah creates a little cave-in, so it's hard for them to follow. And now you're in the sewers. And I think we're gonna take a little break there.
I cannot believe that worked.
Well. All right.
We're back.
So you're in these sewers, huh? What are you gonna do?
We just
Just
escaped.
caused a little cave-in.
We escaped.
I mean, it's the sewers. Who's got dark vision?
Me. Now.
Okay.
You guys don't have dark vision?
I'm a human man.
Surprisingly, Zucchine
you
don't
have
have
dark
dark
vision?
vision.
Yeah,
It's
I do.
really
Yeah.
bizarre.
I don't. I
As
have
a person.
Yes, I do.
Like,
Yeah.
I know. Feels like I should
I
have
didn't-
Well, and
it,
also
but-
like the Draconis Malisath background, you'd think would give you dark vision.
I didn't have dark vision either
whatever.
until I
Until
swam
that-
in that
They
pool,
already gave us
Yeah.
some
which is wild.
You were in a magical pool that gave you dark vision. You got.
I can
snake
see what
fins.
you're doing, Rabble.
Huh?
I know you can't see what you're
I'm
doing.
aware of all my surroundings within 5 feet.
Yeah, you are. Okay. You guys talk about what you want to do.
Oh,
I'm going to immediately do. You'll see this dim little blue specks, and you're not sure where it is, and then all of a sudden, the scales around Gary's eyes are going to flash like a photographic flash, and bioluminescent burst will just illuminate the area we're in,
Okay.
oh, cool.
so we can all see where we are, where we're at. It'll last a second. That's all I'm doing. That's all I
Okay.
can do.
We could project movies. I'm going to. I guess.
Do I see anything, by the way? I mean, do we all see anything when I do that?
How long does it last? Like a second?
It's just a flash, like.
You can give me perception checks with. Well, you guys can see.
Right, but for those guys.
For
I'm gonna-
those guys, they would do it perception checks with disadvantage because it's such a flash.
Yeah, it's like lightning flash.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hand my.
Which you would already do with
naturally-
dark vision without having dark vision. So, I guess.
Do I have a torch?
I mean, is there anything we can do underwater? Does the Zakoa have light or something like that?
I have those.
Are we in the water?
Yeah, you're in like
Soup
you
or-
kind of land. Yeah, so I guess I should describe the sewer, huh?
Yeah.
Just for the folks watching and also. So I guess it is a sewer. You land kind of in probably, for you, it's probably, and you're shorter, right? You
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah.
For you guys, you're probably, it's like knee high.
Oh, I thought we were like underwater.
Knee deep and deep.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's kind of one of those sewers that's like open and like half of it's like
Gotcha.
water and it was probably,
Are there like kind of walkways along?
yeah, there's like little walkways along the sewer as well.
Okay.
It's not a huge sewer. I would say it's probably like, what, 20 foot?
So we fell 20 feet.
I didn't think about that. Falling damage?
I mean, it would be cushioned
By
by
water.
sewage.
Gross. I would
dishonest.
allow people to do like dexterity saving throws if they want to try to roll
In the sewage.
into this. I don't know, just to like, make your landing a little softer.
15.
13.
Okay.
See, if we would have leveled up, I would have a slow fall. But
Hey, bud. hey, buddy.
I give you a point of inspiration.
Who's running this game? Table flip.
to 10.
10? Really? Buddy. Okay. I'm gonna say Gary and Merritt, go ahead and take 1d6 of falling damage, just because you guys kind of maybe knocked your...
I wasn't expecting solid, so I wouldn't have been prepared. I thought I was going to go in a pool of water.
okay.
So that's why I'm...
Yeah, totally. So,
For sure.
I guess I'll roll for that.
I'm fine.
4 points.
I'm down.
And also 4 points, so...
Sweet.
So, maybe it's a little higher than knee height, because you're what, 4 foot what?
Rabble's a little dude. He's like,
Are you 3 feet?
yeah, 3.
So it might be up to 3 feet.
Like
That's
belly?
not a lot. Yeah, it might be up to like your chest.
I'm
I think Rabble immediately like rolls into the sewer and like sinks down.
I mean, it would make sense because
Not above his nose.
I mean, guys, though, I'm like less than 4 feet tall because I'm old, so
You're all
Salamar
short.
are like
well,
4
that
feet.
would make sense that you
So
guys
I'm
didn't
like-
take the falling damage because the water is a little deeper for you.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
like maybe 3'7".
So you guys
I didn't
are.
realize that.
So I would say you fell into the water. You didn't really hit the bottom as hard as these guys did
Yeah.
because they're a little taller than you. So you all hit the water, and you stand, and it's like up to your shoulders. For you guys, it's up to knees or something.
Would you care for the piggyback ride?
Why don't you ask this guy?
Can I react?
It'd be-
once
it's more fun to ask her, though.
I'm gonna whack him with my stick.
That's what I thought.
Not for intensive damage, but
Okay.
like one point of damage, like a whack. Rude. And then I'm gonna hand my glow in the dark.
It's nice, but
It was actually nice. The Wooka nuts that are like kind of like glow in the dark for like, I mean, it's like small space. It's not super bright to you, and I'm gonna grab your hand because we're small to guide you through the dark.
Rabble's still like just eyes above the water.
Do we have anything else that makes light? Anybody? I only have those in.
I've got a tinder box. I could light a match.
Want to light a fire down here, though? There's some,
Like marshmallows.
Some gases.
Gaseous
Yeah.
fumes.
Does anybody have a torch? Or
Yeah, it is not
A
smelly. It
lantern?
smells dank and poopy in here. Really, just you kind of. It's like, you know, it's kind of quiet in here. Besides the echo, and there's the dust from the cave in a little bit. As you guys are standing up and kind of acclimating to the environment, you know, it's making drip, drip, drip noises. And give me perception checks.
Yuck.
Is it still at disadvantage?
This is a hearing perception.
Okay.
a 10.
9.
15.
That one.
As far as you know, you're good. There's nothing going on up there. You can't hear any voices, no shouting, so you might be good.
No creature noises from down here.
With your perceptions, yeah, you're just not really perceiving much.
I'm going to
Hearing wise, but that was hearing, so.
I'm going to reach down into the water and send out a pulse
Okay,
that reaches out 100 feet,
yeah.
and I'm going to see if I sense a humanoid other than ourselves.
Like in the water, right?
Yeah, touching the water.
No, you don't.
I think the coast is clear. Of humanoids, at least.
I'm going to.
Rabble pulls his nose above the water.
Gross.
You,
So you got fully in the water, didn't you?
I mean, I fell in. I just fell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
how, we've determined you're tall, right? Okay, so
6'2", 6'3".
you oh man. How are we doing this? I guess I can climb on him. You two can stick together. Do you want front or back of the party?
Well, we both can see, so I guess.
I know,
Yeah.
so one in front, one in the back.
Yeah, I'll be in front.
Okay, so I'm gonna Sorry, bud, but I'm gonna climb up to your shoulders,
Okay.
tracking sludge the whole way, and
I
then
mean, he's already in it, really.
yeah, and I'm gonna hand off Rabble to you.
Well, do you want to be up in the air, or would you prefer the cover of
I
the
didn't give him a
sewage?
Oh,
choice.
I'm okay.
Okay. So I thought.
Sinks back down.
Okay, so
I just meant stick with him because he can't. He
Oh.
doesn't have eyes.
Oh, fair
Like, he
enough.
can't
Yeah,
see
gotcha.
What?
But does no one have any torches as sources of light?
Mm-mm.
and I
You had your
I handed them to-
Decanites, right?
Yeah, I handed him to him. I guess you could have if I'm on his shoulder. But what am I supposed to be like? Turn left. Pulling his ear. That's right, actually. But
Huh.
he needs light too. I guess is what I'm saying.
I can also, like I can be like right behind you guys.
Yeah. You can hear us, And
okay, and so I will say there are little walkways on the sides too, so you don't have to stay in the sewer.
okay,
wall.
yeah, cool. Let's get out.
But you can. It's an option.
I'm getting out.
I'm doing whatever you're doing. I don't care.
Get off me. Just shove me up into the walkway. You can walk over there.
Man, these boys. Fine.
Okay. So you're gonna make your way through the sewer. Are you just gonna do it? Do you want to be stealthing? Do you want to just?
Like a crocodile. Rabble's not leaving the water.
Okay. I figured you weren't probably gonna
But
lose
instead,
water.
just move slowly.
Alright.
I'm gonna do what we did in the last sewer, and
And you can't really see, so
I'm trying to keep pace with the light on kind of
Okay.
like my side.
that's fine.
But I'm just staying in the water.
I'm gonna climb the wall and scurry on the wall,
Okay.
pretty quietly, I suppose.
If you want to do stealth checks, you can.
Better safe than sorry, I guess.
I'm gonna make a stealth
16.
advantage
Yeah,
for
yeah.
trying to stay in the poop water.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
16.
Stealth. Oh yeah, that's gonna be 25.
Great. You guys are relatively stealthy. So you kind of make your way. Rabble swimming through sewage water. You guys are creeping along, and Sierra's kind of on the ceiling. It is a little slippy slips, but you're used to that because you're a little Salamar, and you can do that. And you kind of just make your way slowly through this tunnel. As far as you know, there's nothing around here. It's pretty quiet. And as you do, give me, as you keep walking through the sewer, give me another perception check. You can choose what you want to be perceiving. There are certain things up both ways.
Ooh. 6. I was looking. No, it's 5. I was looking.
17 looking.
Okay.
All do sound. All do hear, so it's not a disadvantage.
So what all can we do?
I mean, just tell me what you would be perceiving, what
Like
what
what
you're
you're
perceiving
like, I'm
for.
looking
Are you looking
for
or you're
abnormalities.
hearing?
I'm
or-
looking for an exit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dirty 20. The same here. But
Okay. If you're looking, you'd have to do it with disadvantage because you don't have dark vision.
okay.
How far out does the light
Not
go? Okay.
much, like 10 feet dim.
What was you?
Dirty 20. And I'm listening for basically movement that isn't us.
Yeah, and you're all looking for an exit. I would say you two, and maybe kind of you, but you're a little distracted. It's still just kind of a little dark. You guys can kind of see a light, maybe kind of coming down from the ceiling, and it looks like natural outdoor light that maybe be coming through another grate. You start to hear like the sounds of like the town. You start to hear the sounds of outdoor where you're a little farther into the town. You're no longer underneath Arcanimus Academy. Well, you would assume is what's coming from that grate. You can hear it.
Burbling up from the sludge, you guys hear it. I think that would have been out of the streets now.
Ew. I'm
It's getting
gonna
all up in your mouth.
I'm gonna say,
Oh, man.
like, do we want to try and find them not the middle of the street where
Hmm.
everyone's gonna see us piling out of the sewer?
Also,
Oh, we could be small.
It's true.
we'd have to. How far is up is this grave? Is it still 20 feet up?
But you do see that there's like a
Ladder.
yeah, a little ladder.
We could be small.
Yeah, we could be small.
We're going to be small enough to like
get up first and maybe able to.
From looking at the grate, because you picked it up last time and you held it for a little bit, you did notice that the grate holes are like longer. They're like they're not like holes. They're like longer grate sections. I don't know. And yeah, Zakoa could definitely fit through one of those grates for sure. So you can imagine if you got small, you could probably fit through the grate.
And we could, even in our small form, scurry up the ladder somehow.
Somehow, you'd probably have to do some checks.
Another option is we could go to an extra set of, like a different neck of the sewer and just be big getting out and then make the choice to get small. Because we also don't know how far from the obelisk we are, so like if it's a ways, it's going to take us a while. And like,
That's true.
how odd to have a whole party of tiny people running through the streets.
Lucas says we still do got those desert pterodactyls.
Oh, I forgot about them.
They're on call.
Let's find kind of a quieter spot and come up out of there, and then we can get small and fly on our pterodactyl friends.
And do we have a sense of how far perhaps we've traveled from the academy?
Yeah, give me a what do you think? Like survival to see you think the directions and how long you
I probably
walk
shouldn't be
in?
the one doing this.
Yeah. Anybody
Please.
can do a survival.
Okay, yeah, I got a 9.
Sierra, are you good at survival?
I'm average.
17. 5.
I'd say with your survival and from hearing what they can see and what he can hear, I would say let's look at the map here. So yeah, so I'd say from the descriptions that you got from Rabble and Gary and Sierra, you would. So Arcanum's Academy is pretty big, but you were in the basement vaults. I would say that you could feel that you're probably getting more closer to the center of town, where the Coliseum is. You're kind of getting closer to that.
So we're not going to come up out of a manhole cover or like outside the doors of the academy. It's some ways away.
Yeah, it's a little ways away, but it's not. It's there's only like there's a road that just leads straight to the Coliseum. So based on where you were in the basement vaults, you didn't turn or anything, so you're probably straight on, and with a decent perception check from the Arcanum Academy steps, who knows?
Could I, like, poke my eyeballs out of the grate, just, like, pop it up an inch or so, and just see if I can, like, perceive what the human traffic is on the street?
So there would be some things that need to happen. You need to open the sewer grate, right? And then, yeah, depending on
perception?
if there, yes. Yes.
Maybe still.
Also, yeah, and there might be other kinds of traffic too, so you might need to be on the lookout. You might need to do a dexterity saving throw depending on your luck roll that I'm going to roll.
Do you think you could just see through the holes, like buildings and?
Maybe. I mean, I could try that first.
I think if you get up to it, you would be able to like look through the grate and see at least up, like what's around.
And I'm going to scurry across the ceiling to do that.
Okay.
That's cool with you. Nope. Not one.
What is it? What do you see?
You got a nat 1?
Yeah.
What's up there?
I think maybe you get some slime in your eyes. Maybe, or no, you know what happens is right as you're starting to look up at the grate, a big wheel comes rolling by and it's picking up a bunch of dust and it just gets right in your face and you can't see.
Well then I'm gonna
Like from a cart rolling over the
drop
grate.
to the ground and just fuck with my lizard lids.
That doesn't mean I would allow one other person to do that. If you wanted to look. Okay.
Perception?
Yep.
16.
Yeah. I'd say it was 16. So you're kind of in the little market area right before the Coliseum. So you're kind of tucked into some like market areas. It is a little road where that cart went by. And as you're looking up, so you're kind of brushing away the dust, you look up and you see that cart go by, and it kind of behind that is revealing. You can see the Coliseum towering above it. And there it is busy. It's busy around here.
Just keep on going, maybe for the next one.
Yeah.
I will, actually, someone give me a, how do I want to, actually, Lucas will pipe up and say, he's going to say, because he's on your shoulder, so he's kind of looking too, and he'll say, if we keep going, there's the like underbelly and stuff like that are also in the underground. So the sewer might lead to a stop, or maybe it'll lead to possibly the underbelly where we can pop out. I don't know. I've never really hung out in the sewers, but from what I can tell, we're going straight, and the underbelly or the that's what it's called, right? Yeah, the underbelly, the part where you guys fight, is like underneath the Coliseum. So there's a chance, I don't know, if we keep going, we might be able to get out in a stealthy way and just be like, oh, we were in here the whole time.
So you're not a sewer rat?
I'm not. I'm a mouse.
Oh.
Actually.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I say we keep going then.
But it's up to y'all. I mean, like Zakoa can make us small too, and we can get those birds.
Well,
They are on
It
call.
does seem like I know it's busy, but
I feel like us being covered in waste is going to be a little bit more accepted in the underbelly than it is out here in the market. So maybe.
I mean, maybe the birds could meet us at the grate, and we just tiny people it out of here.
yeah, I mean like it.
I think we're thinking about this too much. Let's just.
Tiny people it up.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's get
Okay.
out of here.
All right, so we have a way of summoning the birds.
Yeah, Lucas says, oh yeah, I got this special whistle here.
Oh, because
It's at a decibel only than pterodactyl desert guys can hear it.
I think Rebel
higher low.
sees that whistle for the first time.
Oh no! This is the only one of its kind. These pterodactyl birds have been trained by yours truly, so...
To respond to that whistle
Is it-
specifically.
Is it a higher decibel or lower decibel than the human ear can
I don't even
comprehend?
know. I can't even hear it. But I've heard it's quite a sound. Okay, so are you trying to get small before you go up?
can we get as far up as we can and then do it from there? Zakoa,
I mean, I
just
guess.
to save us the
Sure.
hassle.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I would say, so... I'm trying to think how that would work, though. 'cause
I'm just
you
trying
might
to imagine all of us
fall.
all of us on a ladder too. It's like we're all big.
Yeah,
so like,
that's what I'm thinking.
so maybe we could.
Well, how about this? How about me and for the
oh,
sake of logistics, me and Sierra can wall walk. So how about we like after we go small, we just kind of like walk up and like drop some ropes down for you guys.
Yeah,
or how about this?
that's a good idea.
How about
Or I can put ropes up right now as a big person that are
That's
big
true.
ropes, and then we all get
Okay.
small and I leave my rope.
okay, yeah. I was gonna say as a backup plan.
The logistics of this we're talking about this too much. Get out.
Zakoa could make everyone except for me small. I could disguise myself as a sewer worker and just climb out.
Perfect. Okay.
Right.
Sure.
This
And
is
then
not
you won't
that
be small,
important of a thing.
No, that's fine. I'll just walk over to the obelisk.
Oh, okay.
And you could be our taxi. We don't even have to call
Yeah.
the birds. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so...
want the bird stuff.
So you just... Can you disguise yourself as a sewer worker if you've never seen one?
Are there limits on disguise self? Like you have to have seen that thing?
This is not that important.
Get small. Get on birds. Go.
I don't know. I just need to know exactly what you're doing.
I can make clothing. It doesn't say anything about that I haven't seen it before. I can just, it's up to my imagination.
Okay, cool. So you're going to be a sewer person and you go up and open the grate?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, another day of hard work in the sewers.
Can you give me... I had everybody else do athletics checks to open it, so...
Okay. I'm saying this as I'm trying
Dude,
to
if
push
you
up.
get trapped in there.
This is athletics check. I've got advantage on those.
Nice.
Okay. For this is 17.
Yeah, you open it up and you come out, and I guess Zakoa casts makes you all small?
Yeah, before in there in my pockets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So nothing, no onrushing traffic.
Actually, when you open the
Why do I
grate...
do that? I don't know.
It's not a bad call,
We're hit
though.
by a cart carrying all of us. We all die. TBK.
I mean, yeah, go ahead and... well, let me see.
Or could I make a perception check as I'm like about to like
yeah,
to look?
that's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't die. Okay. I got a 2.
Then in that case, when you're opening the grate, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
19.
Okay. You don't really see anything because you're distracted by all these small things in your pockets. You're getting a little worried about them in your pockets. You start to open up the grate, and you do see another carriage coming by, or cart, excuse me, and you lower it really quick.
Oh, flying fish.
Yes, and then you open it back up.
Okay.
And you're good.
All right,
Is
and
everything okay up there, guy?
yeah. So I make my way over to the obelisk, and
Okay. And actually, Zakoa needed us to do a wild magic thing.
I feel real vulnerable in his pocket.
When he casts you guys small. Something might just happen.
All wet, squishy.
So, something does happen.
there is some island tobacco in my pockets.
Oh my god. Island tobacco.
That's what we call it.
Well, that's not what we call it.
Yeah. Call it something different.
What does that mean? Gary.
It's a special Waskan herb.
So, as Zakoa is casting this spell, his magic goes a little awry. And let's see what happens. This is stupid.
Kill us all?
No. He all of a sudden is like, he's like, and you don't really know what he can do, but he looks a little, all right. And then he just casts it, and it does reduces your size. He just gained the, what did he gain? He gained the service of Phantom Steed for a week.
This little lizard, like...
Yeah, I mean, I guess would it immediately appear if it's wild magic? Or does it just, he just gains that knowledge and is able to cast it? That's what I'm wondering. So I think it would be pretty funny though if he like, all of a sudden, I think it's like a little...
Like prairie dog or something?
Yeah. That's canon. That's canon. All of a sudden he has a little prairie dog underneath him and then he's like, okay. And yeah, so you're all small and there's a prairie dog also in here.
Okay, all right, stop wiggling.
It pops up.
So that happens. You avoid the cart. You come out.
Okay.
You're out of this room.
And yeah, so do I see, as I'm crossing over to the obelisk, do I see any authorities who seem like they're urgently looking for us?
Give me a perception check. Are you looking towards the Arcanus Academy? Where are you looking for?
I mean, I guess if it's on the same road, I would look back and see
Yeah,
if
it's
there's
kinda looking
anybody
back.
like running down to the manhole covers. That's perception is 13.
You actually see a lot of people running to the Arcanus Academy because there was a large cave-in.
Is the facade of the building intact?
You do see a little dust coming out the front of the front doors.
Like, boop.
Because it was a basement that you have made fall inside the Arcanus.
Do we hear like the screaming of children?
You hear like shouts from these people. They are what are they called? What are the what do I call them?
The conservator.
Yeah, the conservers.
Yeah.
The conservers. A lot of conservers are yelling orders and being like, "There was a cave-in. Let's get in there." Maybe you hear Chancellor be like, "I'm so confused." Yeah. So yeah, you make your way to the obelisk. Zakoa's gonna cast reduce on you as well. He's gonna do another wild magic thing because you seem to see. So I would say, give me whoever wants to. I guess you two are kind of magic users a little bit. I guess more Gary is. If you want to do an Arcana check on what's happening with Zakoa or Insight.
Yeah. No, actually, insight's worse.
Okay.
No. 8.
We're doing insight. What are we doing?
Or Arcana.
Yeah.
15?
Well, automatically, so he starts to try to cast reduce on you, and all of a sudden he turns into a stuffed version of, like a little stuffed animal version of himself, like a little made out of like canvas, and it looks like him, but it's like a toy, and you don't know how long this is gonna last. And
But we got a prairie dog with a stuffed toy on its back? What a wild situation.
So with your insight, what did you get?
I got an 8.
Is that for Arcana or insight?
Insight's worse.
Okay.
I had a 15 or a 16. 16 insight, 15 arcana.
Okay, so either way, you're so previously we had talked about magic kind of getting wonky with the crystal. So this is you're seeing what you saw when you arrived at the obelisk. Magic is going crazy, and so Zuko is being affected now by it. And it's a little unusual because it is in the obelisk.
So is he going to shrink me, or why is he getting all uptight?
So I guess this happens. It doesn't last that long. It's only for a minute,
Okay.
but it's just like he pops and then he pops back out, and you can tell from your still looking with your insight check. Now he's getting a little nervous. He's not really. You can tell he's.
Let's get to the obelisk.
So
We're there.
yes, but you're out of the obelisk. He's gonna try to cast it one more time, but he's
Okay.
running out of spell slots.
Will the groundhogs, or was it a prairie dog or a groundhog?
Prairie dog.
Prairie dog. Will it fit through that little hole?
Prairie dogs are pretty small, right?
Well, that's
Bear
what they
size.
do.
That's
Right?
true. I didn't know how big that
Also,
was.
I mean, it's his size, right? It's his phantom steed.
That's true.
Why would it be huge?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So he casts again, and he gets some sort of boon you're not sure of, and but all of a sudden he starts to speak to you in common, and he's like,
Oh,
I'm glad you're small now. Sorry, my magic is a little wonky, and I'm not really liking it. So should we get in there?
Is this
Been
safe
able
to?
to talk this entire time.
Oh, I think something happened where now I can just speak a language of my choice, and now it's I can just talk to you guys. I don't know. I have a steed now. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
I don't really need it, but should I name it? I feel like I should name it.
Yes.
What should I name it? Come on, little buddy.
This is your department.
Oh,
It's prairie dog. Steve.
man, I'm on the spot. I don't know.
Timothy.
I love it. Zakoa's like, yes, human name. I like that. And
Tim.
yeah, so you all head in, and all these magic items are on you. So Zakoa, you take up all the way up to the Council of Blythe, and you do notice that as you enter the room that where the council was sitting and talking and stuff, you do kind of notice. Let me get to my notes. You do start to notice that the conjured wildlife, or like the plants and everything, it looks like it's starting to fade and wilt. It's not looking as beautiful as it was before. The stream is no longer flowing, and you do notice that the Council of Blythe, the rest of them, the 4 other lizards, are not in that room. But you can hear whispering and talking coming from Holly's room.
I mean, she was the one who's going to be doing this anyway, so we should go find her, right?
Yeah. So you head in there, and they are all surrounding Holly, and it seems like they're getting her prepared for something. And so Lucas will step in and say, is everything okay in here? And the lizards respond, explaining that magic has started to, and actually, while you're coming into the obelisk, I guess I didn't really mention this, but you did notice also the city, people seem to be in their homes, barring up their windows. They're very scared. You see someone, like a mouse, run by that like turned purple and is growing feathers, like stuff like that. Like things seem to be happening more in a quicker speed.
Uncontrolled.
Yes,
dangerous.
kind of more uncontrolled. Things are getting a little wacky. And you see one person is like just straight, like one like lizard is just straight up missing an arm, and there's no it's not like blood, just straight up looks like there's no arm there anymore, and he's like, ah! So it's kind of a serious situation of what you're in. So you come up and you do notice that, so the lizards will explain that it's gotten a lot worse. The crystal is fading, and we need to start this transformation now. What did you happen to find?
I just start shake out the bag.
Okay.
This is what I got.
It's cool. So I will say I'm gonna just do a little roll and see what kind of items maybe that possibly would be able to help. And so these lizards are all they know magic. They can help out, and Zakoa gets in there, and let's see.
Remind me. She's a lizard?
Yes. Holly is, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. They kind of peruse these items, and I'd say this. You grabbed like a couple necklaces. You grabbed that small chest that Zuko was unable to open with his tiny arms. That blank mask, the white one. And you did happen to get 3 velvet, like bunch-tied sacks. And you got a couple scrolls. You got one, is Fireball. I don't think you looked at another one. You did get a pair of, like, you kind of scooped into your pocket a pair of bracers as well. And then also a leather-bound journal. But out of all of those, they kind of look through. So they open up the 3 velvet sacks, and they do find those orbs. Those 3 orbs that you had acquired.
Rescued.
Yeah, pursued and acquired. And so they're kind of looking through these, and they do talk about one of these orbs would be good.
Be careful. One of them is an accursed orb. So
yes, they said we will not be using that one. And then they really look at this small chest, and they open it, and there's a small, tiny wooden owl in it, and that is. Let's see. A magic item.
Hey, she's not Salamar though, correct? She's just a distant relative.
She's not Salamar, but she is, yes.
Could I roll an insight to know whether my daily potions would work on her as a lizard?
Yes, you sure can. So they kind of turn to you and they say, let's see. I kind of made They say, well, this is something known as a figurine of wondrous power. So this will definitely work. I believe we can use it to help power the crystal a little bit, increase that power with Holly's help, and hopefully we can get this transformation going. So Holly is no longer able to walk. So they already have made a bed for her, and they explain that they need to take you closer to the crystal. They need to take you to the crystal chamber, basically. So they take you up some stairs. You know how you kind of stopped on that like one layer with the goddess Blythe engraving, and so there's another hallway outside of like the Council of Blythe room. And they take you up a staircase, carrying Mother Blythe and, Mother Holly. There's so many mothers. And she is kind of laying in a bed of like her own conjured nest situation, and that hasn't faded quite yet. She's a little bit conscious. She knows that you're here. She knows what's going to happen. And they take you up to this chamber, and you see the crystal for the first time, and it's big. I would say with your heights, I mean, it's probably like
House size?
Yeah, maybe even more. It may be like a 3-story
Mini mansion.
building situation. Yeah. It's very big. And if you'd like to give me an insight check on an inanimate object on the crystal, or if you want to do Arcana.
19.
Okay.
10.
Okay, so I rolled
What did you?
I rolled a 13 on
Okay,
that
to
insight.
see if the potions would
work for her, because they only work for Salamar, but since she's a lizard.
Yeah, and she also is a wildkeeper fighter, and I feel like that having that, it's very similar magic, organic magic kind of.
Well, the potion that I rolled this today was a potion of superior healing.
Oh, okay.
And I was wondering if I could give that to her.
You
Hold
certainly
it
can
to
try.
her crusty lips. And allow her to sip the
Crusty
sludge,
lips.
the sludge mixture that I have concocted today. I don't actually know what superior healing potions are.
44 plus
I tried to look it up, but I don't have service.
4?
I think it's 44 plus 4.
Yeah, I think that's right.
44 plus 4.
Don't at me. Or do
8d4 plus 8.
8d4.
my
superior.
God.
So Doug added me. So we're good.
Actually,
Yeah. Actually.
3, 4, 5, 6. Actually,
Yeah, I think you're right. Superior potions of superior healing are extremely expensive. They're like 500 gold pieces.
I know. I love making one randomly.
Dang.
That's pretty dope.
Listen to all of them
Oh,
triangles clapping together.
4.
The guys at Worship
12.
Game really opened up on these racial abilities.
I know, they really did.
19,
That's huge.
plus 8.
19 plus 8, so 27
Yeah,
Healing.
I think that you see this.
for her hips, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it helps a little bit. It helps her be a little bit more conscious. However, you think that there's something a little bit more draining
for sure.
magically happening here.
For sure. That was not
Yeah.
not a let me heal this lady. That was a let me at least let her get up the step.
Yeah, totally. So
I know what it feels like to stand.
I mean, she is being carried, but it kind of, you see a little bit of color come back to her cheeks, and oh, cute little lizard cheeks, and
Cheeks, she got a little more green.
yeah, and you carry her up, and so you're at the crystal, yeah, and so the council basically describes that we all need to, so they set her in the center of the room. And everybody kind of takes a spot around Holly. And they basically say, if you have any, if you could just keep an eye out on, we're going to start a ritual now. And if you could just keep an eye out in case magic goes awry and things might pop up or things might happen to us. So if we could just keep an eye out, and if you have any kind of, I mean, none of you are really like, I guess, scary, but your powers come from
Someplace else.
someplace else that I don't know if they'd be comfortable.
But what were they about to say?
They were going to see if you had any arcane abilities to be able to go into this arcane meditation that they're about to do to start the ritual, that it could possibly just help. But
I don't think I should.
What's
Why not, Gary?
the warlock subclass called?
what is it called?
It's called the Eater.
Well,
I like to eat things.
Eating's not bad. Eating's not
yeah,
inherently
a warlock
evil.
of eating.
Warlock of eating.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, what happens is they put the they have this. It's almost like a smudge that they start to use, and they pass it around in this circle with Mother Holly in the center, and with the magic item. So Mother Holly is holding the owl in her hand, and. Things start happening. Mother Holly starts to levitate, and you start to notice, you start to see some arcane, I keep saying that word, but you know, some floating, swirling, just kind of purple smoke or something that starts to kind of come out of this arcane piece of or this artifact that she's holding, and you see her eyes open up very wide, and so does her mouth, and out of her is more, it more looks like flowers and vines coming out of her. It's not pleasant to watch, but it's coming out of her mouth and her eyes, and then there's this purple mist coming out, and you do notice that now with I think you did an insight check on the crystal that I did not respond to.
19.
Yes, and before this started happening, you noticed it was kind of like flickering on and off a little bit, and just kind of, it just looked like it was powering down, essentially. And as you see this stuff start to, you see these vines come out of her mouth and like suck into the crystal and start to swirl and make their way into the crystal. And as this is happening, Mother Holly is sort of, well, give me a perception check. Yes, whoever would like, you're all watching, you're welcome to do that.
8.
Is Lucas,
Really?
Is Lucas here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one too. I'm like,
You got nat ones?
25.
Okay. Merritt's the only one that kind of recognizes what's happening, which, makes sense. You're always kind of on the, always on the prowl. You're always looking around. Hyper-vigilant. Yes, thank you. You kind of, there's a slight fade to Mother Holly as you're watching this kind of happen. Just very slight. It's starting. It's happening. And you do notice that the other lizards surrounding Mother Holly are all, it seems like they are all in a meditative trance. Thank you. And I rolled for something because this is what happens. As this is happening, you see, with your perception check, you start to notice, Mother Holly is floating. And you start to notice kind of some sort of swirling on the ground underneath her. And with your perception check also, I feel like you kind of start to hear sounds from this town outside of screaming. And you hear, crashing and things zip, you just hear ruckus coming from outside in the city. And as this is swirling, you start to notice that first you see fangs. It's just green. It's just this luminescent, green light. And you see fangs, and then you start to notice scales, and you start to notice eyes. And you start to notice this big serpent head is starting to, it wants to attach itself to Holly. And this thing looks, you can see through it. It is some sort of ghostly, soul-like serpent that is starting to take hold of Mother Holly.
I would be inclined to try to attack it. Mm-hmm. Are all the other lizards, they're in a trance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how far is this from us?
So this room is pretty big. It's a crystal chamber. So I would say you're in the center of it. I think you were all forming a little circle. I don't think you would be very close to Mother Holly, would you?
No, I think me personally,
yeah.
I would probably be behind the meditative trance.
Okay.
In a protective way.
Could we ask, since Zakoa can speak now, it's should we deal with that?
So this is all happening very quickly, and give me an insight check on Zakoa. Zakoa is, he's in a meditative state.
Oh, he's one of the people too?
You can give me an insight check on Lucas.
Yeah. 11.
It's pretty easy to tell that he's freaked out and this is not okay. He says, this was not part of the plan. I do not know what that is. I believe we need to get rid of it.
I'm shooting an Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
Are we now initiative?
We're going to roll initiative, and I think we're going to leave it there for today.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's roll initiative.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'll write it down. 17.
7.
Okay.
6.
20.
Okay, cool. I'll keep all those in mind. Thank you so much for watching this extrememily chaotic episode. This was episode 7, so you can join us for episode 8 on
July 30th.
That's cute. So thank you to War Chief Gaming for this campaign setting. And for Tech Nerd, we've got a couple events coming up. We've got a one-shot in June 23rd at Love Coffee in Columbia, Missouri. Just try to make it out. We're also doing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory in the Arcade District. And another one-shot to be on the lookout for in July 14th. We're doing something called Camp Possibly. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye.
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 Bye.